Not just an opinion, it's your opinion. Into opinion, a radio, dodo. Tune into opinion, a radio, go, go, go.
Yeah, hello there, Juliana. It's Uncle Frank here, and I seen on TV where that old President Devane, now that he's back from over there and they appointed that Count Pedestrian king. I don't know why they think he's worthy of being a king and all this and that. I thought all that went out with the Middle Ages, but anyhow, looks like now this President Devane's started calling himself Prince Devane and all this and that and all. And I think they need to come back down to reality and get their head out of the clouds. Now that's what I think, and all. And I heard some kind of speech. I can't remember now what it was, but it's something that Count Pedestrian said years ago that I've got it somewhere written down. I don't know. I was taking notes and everything. I took some kind of a memory course and all. I don't remember now who came out with it or what he said and everything. But it did help my memory, it improved my memory and everything. I just can't remember, who the guy was that come out with it and all. If I think of it, I'll call back in here and let y'all know and everything like that. Anyway, it's Uncle Frank. Thank you.
Yes, I feel empowered now as a vampire. Well, I feel empowered now as a vampire. I'll be ready for this murgatroyd serial killer. This murgatroyd serial killer thinks he can take me? No, he won't be able to take me. I'll take that butcher knife. It's my double from another universe. Yes. He thinks he could take me on. And I'll drain the blood from him. Oh yeah. He's in for a nasty little surprise. I'll take on his butcher knife away from him. I shall keep him alive as a vampire under my power. No. He won't be able to take me on. He'll do as I tell him. I might even send him back over there. What? Yes, that is a good idea. Send him back to the universe where I can claim that one too, where he came from. Oh well. I'll decide all that when I'm ready. And when he gets here, we'll finally face off.
Look. This is very, very, very important to the entire future of all the multiverses. I'm telling you, we must intervene. This merge of these two universes must not occur. It would be disastrous for both universes. You're much, much too sentimental toward them. You know our credo. We do not interfere. We must not interfere. Nature must take its course. If these two universes are to combine, so be it. We cannot and we must not interfere. You broke your oath when you walked into that emergency room and kept Lieutenant Skitters alive. You've crossed the line several times, and we've tolerated it. This is not a time. This is of galactic import, of universal import. No, we must not interfere in this merge. Let it take place. We shall stand back outside of the events that unfold.
This is Humilla's son at CRZY, and the associates of Von Vechten Enterprises report that Dr. Von Vechten has been missing for 3 weeks now. They indicate that he crossed over into the parallel universe and has not reported back. Technology was developed by Dr. Gillespie to both send and receive signals to and from the parallel universe, but the report is that there has been no word from Dr. Von Vechten for 3 weeks now.
Through the heart, get rid of them perfectly. Always keep yourself surrounded by crucifix. Get rid of them perfectly. It's always good to have a cross. Always keep yourself surrounded by crucifix.
Rampant
It's always good to
speculation
have a
as to
cross
the
on
nature
you.
of von Vechten's mission over in the parallel universe, with the dominant theory being that he was sent by King Pedestrian to attempt to address the vampirism issue, which is now plaguing the parallel universe the same way that it once plagued our own universe.
Dear Woody, we need to think long and hard about presenting ourselves as gods to these prehistoric humans. If we take over the world, it could have unforeseen consequences. We could change things in ways we cannot even imagine. What if we somehow do something that prevents the technology which brought us into existence from ever being developed? We can accidentally prevent our own creation from taking place in the future. We can unwittingly cause our own non-existence. Woody, we have to consider these things, these possible
Flashy
consequences.
3, I can disprove your paradox very, very easily. You see, my dear, if we were capable of preventing our own creation in the future, then there is no way that we could have traveled back here in time to prehistory. Therefore, my dear, the simple fact that we are here now in this time period shows that we were in fact created in the future from which we come. So, my dear, relax, act as a goddess to these fools, and I shall be one of their gods, and we shall introduce what technology we see fit into their primitive little lives and allow them to advance slowly. You see, my dear, we also have another advantage over them. If injured, we grow back whatever was damaged. Yourself, Flashy 3, grew from the foot of the original Flashy. So whereas these humans will grow old and die, there is no indication other than if one of us should be completed incinerated by fire, there is no indication that we can be killed or destroyed. Hilarious, isn't it? Humans for thousands of years have sought immortality, and the two ways in which it was created is through a vampire virus and by creating us in a biotech lab. And we aren't even human. Ironic, isn't it, my dear? Isn't it, my dear?
And this is a message of eternal importance. If you can hear my voice, then this signal is appearing in both universes. That is, both universes that you know of. I am breaking a sacred oath and a sacred trust by revealing myself to you. I am a member of a race of beings known as the Conclave. We exist outside of your time and space. There are many multiverses. You have only become aware of your neighboring one, the closest one, the one you refer to as the parallel universe. But besides your own universe and the parallel universe, there are many, many more. Your recent tampering with time travel and with traveling into this other universe is having, shall we say, interesting consequences. This parallel universe that you have traveled into, and it has traveled back and forth toward you, different beings crossing over, it bears a quantum signature very, very similar to yours. That is why the two are so close together and why the crossover has been occurring. Many have been warning you, some of your own televangelists, of a coming merge. Some of your own religions have talked about a rapture, an awakening, a transcendence. Well, I am going to warn you, there is indeed a coming merge. One of the definitions of hell, which some of your religions believe in, one definition of hell is the act of being held back. And I am being held back from the Conclave in aiding or helping you in any way against this merge. Inevitably, the merge will take place. But stop and think about all the wars and atrocities that have happened in your own universe in the past thousands of years. Stop and think about all the recent events just in Murgatroyd, the Murgatroyd serial killer being one of the prime ones, the vampirism plague that went nationwide in one universe and has now tainted and permeated the other parallel universe. I have been barred from interfering, from intervening in human affairs, but I shall doubtless be ostracized after this message tonight. I will probably be thrown out of the Conclave. I will no longer be a member of the Conclave. I will be an outcast after this broadcast. But I felt it my sacred duty, as many of your own philosophers in the past have warned you and enlightened you, such as the ancient Miss Lee. There are so many who have warned you and told you of the coming and impending shift. The shift is about to occur. Brace yourself and be ready. This has been the Man in the Hat. Goodbye.
What was that? What was that? Where did that come from, Ranson? Who was that? Where did that signal come from, Ranson? It interrupted my broadcast. How did that happen? How did that happen?
Look, Imogene, I have no idea how it happened. I was talking to the guys in control just a minute ago. It took over every single bandwidth. It took over satellite radio. It took over terrestrial radio. It took over all of AM and FM. We tried to cut the signal off. We couldn't. The only way to have done it would have been to power down the entire station. It's one of those things, Imogene. I don't know what it was or where it came from. It's just one of those things, Imogene.
City serial killer. Who is the Murgatroyd City serial killer? Well, here's what we do know so far. There have been a total of 14 victims. The 14th, Shimiko Hiramoto, escaped. She is the only victim to escape. She was attacked on the Vincini parking lot recently.
Don't you worry none, Shamika. You just stay there in bed and sleep. Daddy's going into town to take care of some business. I'm tired of you having these nightmares. I'm going to make sure you feel safe. I'll be back in a little bit. I'll bring us something from Drifty's for lunch. Morning, ma'am. My name's Uncle Frank. You probably think I'm crazy and all like that, but my wife's been having nightmares and all, and I want to get some special shells made for this here shotgun. You know, we just went through that old vampire thing not too long ago, and now that Murgatroyd serial killer is back and all. And anyhow, I want to have some shells made with silver buckshot. I want some buckshot made out of silver, ma'am. I know that might be an unusual request, but I guess your reloader back there can handle that kind of thing. And I don't know how much silver y'all have around here. It's a pawn shop. I imagine you got all kind of gold and silver, knowing how y'all pawn shops operate and all. Anyhow, I don't mind being out whatever expense it costs to make these silver buckshot, these shotgun shells and all like that. So if you take care of this for me, ma'am, I'd thank you. Thank you.